I found out on June 23rd, 1993 at 4:35 p.m. And that, of course, is the beginning of a long story. That was a weird day, a very strange day. I was still editing the New Republic, went in, found out in 30 seconds that at that point in time I thought I had only a few years to live, and God knows what horrors would be included in those few years, and also that I could not be a permanent resident of the United States. I found out in the process of getting a green card that I had this disease which barred me from being an American, something that's only recently been reversed. And oddly enough, I think the sudden knowledge that I couldn't be a part of this country I had really committed to was probably the most upsetting thing of the whole day. And I had a date that night with someone I had met in New York who has subsequently become a really good friend of mine. And he was en route. This is before cell phones. So I suddenly had to go on this date and pretend, because it seemed to me quite clear I couldn't tell anybody because the whole thing would go viral pretty quickly, that I didn't have anything. And halfway through the dinner, I did pretty well, but I started to physically shake. And the shaking got so bad that it was embarrassing, and we left the restaurant and went back to my place. In the end, my physical shaking was so strong, the only way to control it was to have my date actually lie right on top of me and hold me down on the floor to stop the convulsions. This was not connected to anything I was thinking at the time. It was some sort of delayed physical response to the shock. It was the worst day of my life. And I put in virtually normal because I wrote virtually normal thinking, shit, I'm going to die. I got to write something down. I got to make the best argument I can before I go. And it's signed with the date 23rd of June because I wanted to remember that date. The following day is also my mom's birthday. So I also had the horrific task of calling my mom the following day, who at the time was in a mental institution, to say happy birthday when I was barely able to function. Those are really awful days. I mean, one of the things that I most regret about today is how many young gay men have no idea at all what we went through, the sheer fucking terror of it.